quickly. His injury, as we know, is going to take some patience and, get him healthy enough that he's sustainable, right? He can get back on the floor and play for some time and get acclimated with these guys right here. But obviously you got the New York Knicks in front of you, a team that's, shooting the lights out this season. Number 2 in the league in three-point percentage, and they shoot about 36 per game, 36 of those threes, get up about 36 of those threes per game. They shoot a great field goal percentage at 50% from the floor.
Pirtle up top. Bridges with a backdoor cut.
Heck of a cut. Heck of a cut.
Grady got beat 8-7 Raptors.
Mikal Bridges takes a step to the ball, and Grady just overplaying it. He goes back door.
Barnes up top for the Raptors. 8-7 Toronto, 8:45. Pirtle in the lane. Can't squeeze it. Gets it back into the far corner. Abaji catch and shoot three in the bottom of the well.
Best corner three-point man in the game. 32 corner three-point shots made coming into the season. Coming into this game, second most in the NBA.
11-7, Toronto with a 4-point lead, 8:25 to go. Brunson crosses over, gets into the lane, stops, floats it up and in.
So good at that. Was watching him work out with his pops, Rick Brunson, before the game, and a lot of those moves right there, into the paint, bumping his shoulder, and a nice floater.
Grady on the drive into the lane, lays it up, no good. Rebound tipped away. Here comes Jason Hart. Front court, Hart on the run, all the way to the basket, lays it up and in. New York cuts it to 1, 11-10.
That one's a bit too easy, right? Gets a running start, and nobody picks him up, not above the break, not at half. Just walks into an easy two.
RJ almost beat Anunoby on the dribble, but OG reached in, knocked it away. And it'll stay with Toronto. Near side, right wing. They move left to right. They'll inbound in front of Darko Rajakovic. Rick Brunson, a former Raptor, played here back in the day. Barrett up top for Toronto. Raptors in the white. RJ backs out, gives it to Grady. Shot clock at 8. Grady drives into the lane and misses the layup. Goes down hard on the baseline. Back come the Knicks with the numbers. Bridges to Anunoby. OG drives on Grady. Gets to the basket. Kicks it inside to Towns. Knocked away. Out of bounds. It'll be Toronto basketball. Raptors stand tall defensively.
Good job by Grady, right? Standing up. OG as he's penetrating. And then OG trying to make that pass, but the defense has collapsed, right? And get a tip on it. Knicks turn it over.
So we'll take a break. 7:24 first quarter, game tied at 11. Listen to Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050 Toronto.
At Tangerine, we're fans of fans who are invested in the game. Like Gary, who lies with reckless abandon every time he's invited out on game night, so he doesn't have to miss game night. Sorry, it's mating season for my pet squid. My e-scooter is out of gas. I ate a beanless burrito. My shoulder blade feels dull. I'm traveling to the 16th century? That's how Gary fans. And we're fans of Gary. This is how we fan. Tangerine, the official bank of the Toronto Raptors.
Touchdown.
Great catch.
Give me a high five.
5 minutes later.
Interception.
Awesome play.
Give me a high five.
2 hours later.
Eddie, did you order 20 high five specials from 2-for-1 Pizza?
You kept asking for high fives.
I meant... never mind. I'm hungry.
High five. Buy any large traditional pizza and get up to 3 medium one-topping pizzas for just $5 each.
2-for-1 Pizza. 2-for-1.
Your game has never looked better. Metro Golf Sportsplex is the first in North America to offer the new TrackMan Virtual Golf 3 Simulator. The evolution of TrackMan's industry-leading graphics engine, Virtual Golf 3 has replicated the world's most iconic courses to a T. More than unbelievable graphics, Virtual Golf 3 has 3D audio technology for a fully immersive experience. Play TrackMan's new Virtual Golf 3 at Metro Golf Sportsplex. On Milner, just a short drive and 9-iron from McCowan and the 401.
TSN 1050. Listen anywhere. Stream us on iHeartRadio, the TSN app, or on Apple CarPlay. TSN 1050. Everywhere you want it.
Back in Toronto, Raptors Knicks tied at 11, 7:24 to go. First quarter, New York Knicks at 14 up and 9 down, and a team that, well, some people are looking to challenge for the Eastern Conference Championship and maybe a trip to the NBA Finals. They revamped their lineup and they're off to a good start.
And they're built to do that, right? Make that run, at least that push in the East, right? If you look at every position on the floor, they essentially have it covered. And yes, Tibbs likes to use his starters a lot, right? They play the bulk of those minutes. But you have 5 guys that played at an elite level defensively and 5 guys that understand their role offensively. So even when you go to your bench, you could just sprinkle them in, sprinkle those bench guys in with this group and still have a starting lineup.
Raptor ball, front court, in the white. They move from left to right. That time the Raptors got it from the top. into the corner in front of the bench. Pirtle sealed. They lobbed it inside to him, but there was a foul on New York. Good ball movement by the Raptors. 7-12 first quarter. Paul Jones, Javon Shepard here courtside with Josh Lippa. Up top, you heard from Jim Taddy, Warren Ward, Josh Lewinberg. Cameron Moore up there with them. Back at Raptor Central, producer Owen Hall and Matthew Cardadero. Raptors inbound, near side. Barrett gets it to Barnes between the circles. Works left. Risky pass to Pirtle. Turned over. And the Knicks return the favor, give it right back. Here comes Toronto. Abaji three, short, knocked away. And Brunson beats Barnes to the ball. Brunson weaving in the lane. Kicks it out. Good job not to go for any of his herky-jerky.
Just stay disciplined.
Yeah, pulled out the package, and Toronto said, I'm not buying.
On the offensive end, Scotty's got to look to be aggressive as well, right? Because Karl Towns is coming out on those screens, and Mikal Bridges is matched up on Scotty. So if they switch, Scotty's going to be able to attack Karl. If not, then you can look for that pass, that roll pass.
Bridges up top to Towns. Three in the air, long, rebound to Grady. Front court, here comes Toronto. Barnes to Barrett. Three ball far side for RJ. Up, no good. Rebound kept alive by Grady, and he back rims the layup on the putback. Bridges gets it to Brunson, near side, left wing in front of Thibodeau. On the bounce, he's working on Pirtle on the switch, down to the baseline. Kicks it out top to Towns. Good job by Pirtle, cuts him off twice. Towns now, shot clock at 5, got to get rid of it. Jason Hart, step back jumper, short, rebound Toronto. Good defense by the Raptors, here comes Barnes. Front court, Scotty pulls up for 3, no good, rebound. Barrett lays it up and in. RJ on the stick back, gives Toronto a 13-11 lead. 5:50 first quarter.
RJ came out of nowhere on that rebound, because I was here about to say that's not a great shot by Scotty after the defensive effort. But RJ flies in on that left side of the floor and gets himself two.
Brunson drive. Kick out underneath to Hart, driving to the basket. Cutting, lays it in. We're tied at 13. Comes Barnes front court. Right hand dribble up the left side, far wing. Now gets it to Grady, near side. Grady picks up his dribble. Kicks it to Pirtle on the elbow, near side. Pirtle gets it to Barnes. Shot clock at 8. Scotty down to the baseline, near side. Inside to Pirtle, knocked away, but they get it to Barrett. 3 in the air, bang, bang. Broken play turns into a triple for RJ Barrett. 16-13 Toronto. RJ's got 8. Here comes Hart, front court, 4:45 first quarter. Raptors with a 16-13 lead. Brunson straight away on the dribble into the lane. Kicks it to Towns.
A good job by RJ on the weak side, seeing that Towns is rolling to the basket and just gets a hand in there to get the deflection and goes off of Towns' knee. But a good job knowing when at the last second, okay, now I can release out of that corner to give a little bit more help on the rollover, and you force a turnover.
16-13, Raptors by 3. Davion Mitchell in, as is Jonathan Mobo. Sitting down. Raptors. Mitchell up top 3, got it in the bottom of the well. Davion Mitchell.
It's a good sign when he's knocking down shots from the perimeter.
Makes it 19-13. Achua into the ball game. Precious drives on Pirtle, floats it up and in. Precious is a guy I think people sleep on.
Yeah,
I really do.
I think he has to, have a chip on his shoulder because of that as well.
Mobo drives, floats it up, far side, no good. Pirtle with the rebound, turns and floats it back up and in.
Well, Pirtle should feast right now because Precious is playing the 5, and the rest of the guys on the floor for New York, Brunson, McBride, Bridges, and OG Anunoby. So Toronto has a size advantage right now, and they got to look to get Pirtle some looks down low.
Mitchell trying to fight over the screen is going to be called. 21-15, Raptors by 6, 3:39. First quarter.
Or they can make a change and get Pirtle a breather as Kelly Olynyk checks in. Grady Dick checks out. Jacoby Walter checks in.
So it's Olynyk, Barrett, Mitchell, Walter, and Mobo for the white-shirted Raptors. Brunson, Bridges, McBride, Achua, and Anunoby for the Knicks, moving right to left with the basketball. Brunson guarded by Mitchell. Solid screen by Achua. They get it near side. McBride, three, good. Miles McBride, Deuce McBride as they call him, never afraid to fire it.
42% from three on the season.
Mobo in the lane finds Jacoby Walter, cutting Raptors, get it back.
Great activity inside, interior passing, and just an acrobatic finish by Jacoby Walter.
23-18, Raptors by 5. Front court, McBride, near side to Brunson. Three in the air, got it, catch and shoot for Brunson. 23-21, Raptor lead, cut to 2. Comes Mitchell, front court, Raptors in the white, moving left to right. Olynyk, top of the lane, to Mitchell, far side, uses an Olynyk screen into the lane, stops on the near elbow, gets it to KO. Kelly down low on Achua, shoulder shake, fall away, good.
That's nice.
Ring the bell, school's in, baby.
So not only does he have the size advantage there, but the little shimmy and fades back off of that, the back foot, the left foot, it creates so much space on top of that size advantage.
Brunson to Achua in the lane, Precious jams it down, and one.
And that's Precious playing to his strengths, right? Yep. Rolls, right? He touches on the screen and just explodes out of there, gets ahead of the defense. Kelly, I can see him right now, he's mad at himself, but Precious, a good job getting ahead of the defense, head of Kelly there, and then and one, gets it done.
25-23, Raptors by 2. 2:21 to go, first quarter. You're listening to Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050 Toronto.
The 2025 Honda Civic Hybrid is here, and it may sound too good to be true. With a 2-liter 4-cylinder backed by 2 electric motors, giving a combined 200 horsepower, it's our most powerful and fuel-efficient Civic ever. Plus, with an estimated range of over 800 kilometers and available features like a Bose premium sound system, your crew will love it too. Maybe it should be called the Civic 2.0. Redefine your drive with the 2025 Civic Hybrid. Visit your Ontario Honda dealer and test drive yours today.
The adventure of a lifetime is just a click away. Casting is now open for the new season of CTV's The Amazing Race Canada.
Are you ready to go?
Go to ctv.ca/The Amazing Race Canada to apply. Casting closes December 15th.
The best part about giving an enjoyable gift from Vintages at LCBO is receiving an enjoyable experience in return. Earn 1,000 Aeroplan bonus points when buying any 12 wines from the Vintages new release or cellar collections. Why not give the wine lovers on your list some of the best and most interesting wines from around the world? You can shop and earn 1,000 Aeroplan bonus points today. Exclusions apply. Visit lcbo.com for full terms and conditions.
Come and get some!
TSN is the home of AEW, delivering dynamite every Wednesday. And with TSN Plus, you can get even more action with Rampage on Fridays and Collision on Saturdays. AEW lives on TSN and TSN Plus.
Overdrive, Toronto's favorite way to drive home. Weekdays 4 to 7 on TSN 1050.
Pretty nice pace. Pretty entertaining game right now. Thanks for tuning in wherever you might be. 25-23. 2:21 to go first quarter. Raptors with a 2-point lead over the New York Knicks. And some good numbers too if you're Toronto, Javon. Some not so good numbers on the other end, but I mean the Knicks shooting 68%, but Raptors clipping along at 56, and they've already made 5 from beyond the arc.
Well, I think you also have some good individual play to start out. RJ's come out and already 8 points for him. And you know what? He's playing one of those games where you're playing your former team, right? And you're playing against the guy they traded you for. And you want to go out there, you want to have yourself a good one. And he started off pretty hot, right? Set the tone for this team. I thought the Raptors, they're trying to be a bit more intentional in getting Pirtle some looks early in the post because they do have that size advantage. Unfortunately, it hasn't really connected yet. But at least there's a game plan and guys are, have attention to detail, sticking to it.
Raptors come out of the timeout and almost turn it over, but they recover it as it's knocked away far sideline, and Barnes will inbound. Scotty back in the game with Olynyk, Walter, Mobo, and Mitchell. Barnes up top on the dribble into the lane. Finds a cutting Davion Mitchell, who missed a layup. That's 2 layups they've missed. Grady a point blank, and Davion. Got to make your layups. Brunson to McBride, back out top to Brunson. Stare down 3 on Barnes, got it.
Well, he had to work for that one. Tried to get into the paint early. It's not as easy to turn the corner around and get into the paint while Scotty Barnes is on you, but a good job by passing it up, relocating, getting an easy 3.
Mobo underneath, misses a layup. Gets the rebound, misses again. That's 4 from point blank Toronto has missed.
Well, right now, going a minute and 30 seconds left, and I know you're going to ask what I seen in the first quarter, Jonesy. And the only thing I'm going to tell you is chippies. Got to make those chippies around the basket.
Brunson drives and he's fouled. He'll go to the line for 2. So Mobo takes the foul, and Brunson will go to the line for a couple of free throws. Jalen Brunson really kind of put this New York team on his back for that last part of the season and run into the playoffs. And
it's pretty unbelievable run for a guy that size. 6'2".
Yep, we were both thinking the same thing. Like that, and he was grinding.
He was.
That was some city miles on the car, not no highway cruising diesel. That was stop and go traffic, man.
He impressed me. He impressed me to the point that I said to myself and my friends, like, I want to see him repeat that type of season this year. To believe it, to make me a believer. And he has definitely started out, because you look at him at 6'2". Is that sustainable, that brand of play in today's game, right? And he wasn't just out there on the perimeter. He was into the paint, bouncing off guys and physical, posting guys up at 6'2", Jonesy. That's what threw me for a loop.
Yeah. So he makes free throws. Barnes 3 up top, no good. 28-25. It's 5 straight for New York, and they're looking for more with 1:05 to go. First quarter, Bridges underneath to Achua. Precious floats it up, no good. Rebound knocked away twice, but the Knicks on the offensive glass, and they're a team that you wouldn't look at, Javon. I was looking for my numbers. They're not a really high rebounding team. Like
they're not a by the numbers, they're not a great rebounding team, but if you're looking at rebounding rate, right, they're a better rebounding team because think about it, they're not missing much.
Right.
They're not missing many.
They're 26th in rebounding, but as you said,
9th in rebound rate.
Right, which means that the available rebounds, they're in the top 10 of getting them. So,
right. So I mean, if you're looking at just the counting stats, it's a little misleading because bottom 20 in the rebounds would suggest, hey, this team is not a great rebounding team. No, but if you're looking at available rebounds, they're collecting a high percentage of them.
As my stats prof told me when I was defending my master's thesis, if you beat the numbers, they'll say exactly what you want. And right now the numbers say 30-25 New York, under a minute to go, first quarter. Scotty front court, Raptors coming left to right in the white, into the corner. Jacoby Walter into the lane, floats it up. A late foul called by Gedimitis Petritis. It must have been processing time.
I like the young fella. He's got a little attitude. Cameron Payne is looking at the officials and saying, what is that? I got all ball. And Jacoby Walter looks up to him and looks him in the face like, are you serious? With a disgusted look on his face. I like that from the rookie.
Yeah.
A little nasty. Give me a little nasty.
You're lucky it wasn't an and one. First free throw goes down for...
He looked at him like, boy, you crazy.
Jacoby Walter, the youngster, 5 of 8, now 6 of 9 on the season from the line. Raptors cut the lead to 4. Second one also good, 30-27 New York, 45 seconds. First quarter. Cameron Payne brings it front court. Jacoby Walter right on him. They get it to Towns above the arc. Scotty's guarding him. Towns drives, gets to the hoop, and he's bumped by Scotty. And that will send the big cat to the line. for free throws.
He's a tough cover. He's a tough cover because he gets that ball at the elbow, and Scotty's matched up on it, but willing passer as well, right? You have the other 4 players out on the perimeter. Raptors doing a good job denying, which opens up the lane for Carl to attack, and does a good job keeping the basketball alive and taking the contact, absorbing the contact as he's driving to the basket with Scotty on his hip. 85% free throw shooter and misses the first of 2. Scotty's looking at the officials like the ball don't lie.
Yeah. Towns' second one good. 32-27, 30 seconds to go, first quarter, Knicks by 5. Barnes drives right side, gets to the hoop, they swing it out. Jacoby Walter 3, long, no good, rebound McBride. Bridges brings it front court, gets it to Cameron Payne, guarded by Davion Mitchell. Payne holding, near side, left wing, gets a switch on Olynyk. Whoa, man, looked like he double dribbled, gets into the lane, finds Bridges who floats it up and in.
That is a good cut, a shallow cut by Bridges as Payne's attacking the basket on the left side.
Scotty upset. They got the ball to him at center and he was kind of fumbling with it and felt that he got tripped. Had a case by Precious, but no call.
2 things here, Jonesy. New York shooting 63% from the floor. That number's got to go down. Raptors have shot 10 of 23. But what did I say? Chippies.
Yeah.
And that number goes up for the Raps.
Well, Raptors ended the quarter 0 of 5 with the last 4 or 5 minutes of the quarter. Second quarter, when we come back, 34-27 New York. You listen to Tangerine Raptors basketball across the TSN radio network.
What the flock?
Excuse me?
What the flock? These wings are amazing.
What the flock? I mean, what are you talking about?
What the flock wings? Try one.
These are delicious. I bet the kids will love them.
Yeah, but maybe we should call them WTF wings in front of the kids?
Seriously?
Oh, yep. Now I'm hearing it.
Get the What the Flock family combo. 20 wings, garlic bread, large potato wedges, 4 cans of pop, served with celery, carrots, and 2 dips for just $46.99. Order now on Uber Eats or skip the dishes. Or visit WTFlockWings.com.
At Tangerine, we're fans of fans who are invested in the game. Like Gary, who lies with reckless abandon every time he's invited out on game night, so he doesn't have to miss game night. Sorry, it's mating season for my pet squid. My e-scooter is out of gas. I ate a beanless burrito. My shoulder blade feels dull. I'm traveling to the 16th century. That's how Gary fans, and we're fans of Gary. This is how we fan. Tangerine, the official bank of the Toronto Raptors.
Above average snowfall is expected in the GTA this winter. Are you ready? Maple Toyota has winter tire packages available and expert advice on the right ones for your Toyota. They'll even pay you cash when you upgrade. Trade in your old tires, buy a new set, and get $40 back. No one can guarantee the weather, but you can always count on Maple Toyota to do what's best for your Toyota. Located near Canada's Wonderland in the Maple Auto Mall. Visit mapletoyota.com.
Part of the Zankin Auto Group.
There's no better way to drive home than with Hayes, Noodles, and the O-Dog. Overdrive every weekday, 4 to 7 p.m. on TSN 1050.
Second quarter about to start. Raptors go 0 of 5 to end the quarter, the last 2:21, and hence have built themselves a little bit of a hole that they got a call out of Javon. They are down 34-27.
Yeah, and you know, that 0-5 was, a couple just missed layups around the basket.
Yep.
Right, and miscues. And those ones are like, okay, you see the ball go in, and you'd be surprised to know just a layup or 2 or 3 and how hot you start to feel.
Achua up top. Gets it to Cameron Payne, guarded by Grady. Knicks in the blue, moving right to left toward the Bay Street end of Scotiabank Arena. Payne, 3 up top, good. What a difference time makes. Cameron Payne came to Toronto and could not play dead in a cowboy movie. And since then, he's been great for Milwaukee, great for Phoenix, and he's great for New York right now.
You know what? One thing as well as that he always finds himself on good teams, right? Teams that need serviceable guards and have championship aspirations.
Yeah.
So that says something.
Says something.
That says something.
They think he's a winning player.
Think he's a winning player. It tells me a little bit about who he is in the locker room. And you can play, because he's played with stars. You talk about in Milwaukee with Giannis. You look at the team here, with 4 or 5 other guys on the floor that are going to get the basketball before he does. So numbers are never going to, jump out at you, but definitely a good player.
Makes a 3 there, 37-27, 10-point lead. Scotty on the box, far side against Anunoby. Kicks out to Walter. Jacoby near side to Mobile. Into the lane, kick up top. Walter steps in, mid-range, no good. Pirtle with the rebound. Tips it up, no good. Has it knocked away, gets it back. Barnes up top. Jumper in the air, no good. Rebound tipped away. Towns has it. Here comes Payne, front court. Gets it to McBride. Knicks by 10, 10:40 to go, second quarter. Towns bulls his way to the hoop, misses the layup. Back comes Toronto. Barnes on the dribble. Gets it to Grady, near side. Shot fake, sidestep, 3 in the air. Bang in the bottom of the well for Grady. That's a move he's worked on in the gym all summer, Javon. You could just see the fluidity of the move.
And it's fundamental basketball. Shot fake, defense blows by, get to your spot.
Payne, 3 up top, no good. Long rebound, Grady has it. Raptors quick hit ahead. Jacoby Walter near side. Gets it to Scotty up top. 37-30. Raptors down 7. 10 minutes to go until halftime. Scotty drive into the corner. Walter 3. Got it. Measures it. And knocks it down. Jacoby Walter, who had been having his issues from 3, was 5 of 33 coming into tonight. Knocks that one down.
He got a clean look there. And Scotty did all the work initially into the paint. Tracking the defense, everybody's focused on Grady as well. You kick it out, all Jacoby has to do is tee it up.
Grady stands in, takes the charge on Karl Anthony Towns.
Doing a bit of everything.
Put a broom under his arm and he'll mop the floor while he's playing. Tie a concession to him, he'll sell some popcorn. 9:40, second quarter brought to you by Alpine Credits. Do you own your home and need a loan? Alpine Credits can help. Get approved at alpinecredits.ca. Grady missed a 3 that would have brought the house down. Back comes New York. Hart to Anunoby. Now to Hart, far side. Josh Hart stops in the lane to Karl Anthony Towns, who lays it in. Delay of game, New York. They handle the ball after the basket. And so Toronto will bring it front court. Mobo gets it to Grady, up top, Jakob. Now to Scotty, straight away. Loses OG, but OG recovers to get a piece of it on the block. Meanwhile, Darko's saying, they pushed my screener into my ball handler and you guys didn't call anything. McBride steps back, 3 in the air, no good, rebound Barnes. Scotty up the middle of the court to Mobo. To Jacoby Walter, 3 in the air, partially blocked by Anunoby, but Josh Hart pulls down the rebound of the miss and ends up on the baseline, so it'll stay with Toronto.
Well, that's the last 2 shots by the Raptors that have been blocked shots. OG on Jacoby here, and OG again on Scotty Barnes off the dribble.
8:40 first half. Raptors down 39-33.
I don't think you can overstate OG's impact on the defensive end enough. Leads the team in deflections with 83 contested shots, steals, and 24 blocks this season.
So Raptors front court. Jacoby Walter steps in, floats it up and in. Nice move on Karl Anthony Towns.
He's naturally crafty, right? He gets into the paint there. The dribble is dead, but he's already into his cross step over the body of Karl Towns. For a difficult shot, he makes it look easy.
Anunoby, stare down 3 on Mobo, no good. Rebound Towns, takes it away from Olynyk, puts it up and in. The Big Cat does it for the Knicks. They lead 41-35. Barrett on the drive into the lane. Gets to the hoop, lays it up, no good. Rebound knocked away. Here comes New York. Hard on the run. Kicks to McBride. Corner three is good. Timeout, Darko.
Well, Darko's got to be upset with that transition defense, right? Raptors got to do a better job. One, getting back, building a wall, stopping the ball, and then getting out, to open shooters, and then none of the three.
So let's take a break. 7:45, first half. New York 44, Toronto 35. This is Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050 Toronto.
Breaking story from Alpine News Network. Sam had aspirations of opening a clothing boutique. She called Alpine Credits and was sent a speedy superhero to help with a business loan. Super speed doesn't translate to radio, but when our hero runs, she sounds like this. If you ran at the speed of light, you'd sound funny too. Own your home? Need a loan? Alpine Credits can help.
Alpine Credits, where homeowners get approved. Just for license 12616.
At Tangerine, we're fans of fans who are invested in the game. Like Mary, who stands 5 inches away from her 55-inch flat-screen TV and yells at it even though she knows no one on the TV can hear a word she's saying. Is it effective? There's no evidence. Do we support her? Yeah. Screaming at the TV for all 4 quarters. That's how Mary fans. And we're fans of Mary. This is how we fan. Tangerine, the official bank of the Toronto Raptors.
This holiday season, you have the power to make a meaningful difference in your community. Support Trillium Health Partners, and when you donate, your gift will be matched, doubling your impact at your local hospital and allowing countless patients to get a fresh, healthy start to their new year. Together, we can ensure that everyone receives the care they need to thrive. Visit trilliumgiving.ca to donate now and create lasting change that will extend well beyond the holidays.
TSN 1050. Listen anywhere. Stream your favorite shows in your car. Available on Apple CarPlay via the iHeartRadio app. TSN 1050. Everywhere you want it.
7:45, first half. New York 44, Toronto 35. See if the Raptors can dig out of this hole and tie this game before the half.
It's funny, Josie. I'm looking at Carl in the New York jersey, and it just looks like it fits.
Yeah.
The other day when we're seeing Pascal in the Indiana jersey, it just didn't look like it fits. Like it's not the fit. It's not where. It's almost like it's not where he's supposed to be. But this Karl Towns in a New York jersey, this looks like it fits like a glove. This is the one.
Olynyk for Toronto into the corner. Walter shot short. Knicks by 9. Biggest lead of the game was 10. They can eclipse that with a bucket here. Anunoby to Payne, down low, reverse layup, good. The Knicks by 11. Dangerous time for the Raptors here, gotta hang on. Barrett up top, Olynyk drives past Towns, gets into the lane. They swing it out. Barrett, three, got it above the break. Drive, kick, swing, and RJ buries it in the bottom of the well. 46-38, Toronto clawing back. Anunoby up top, gets it to Hart. Guarded by Olynyk, out far side. New York in the blue, moving right to left towards Bay Street. OG in the lane. That's where he gets into trouble, trying to handle it. Ball knocked away, but it'll stay with New York. Payne tried to inbound. It was knocked away. Kickball, so that means that New York will get 14 seconds on the shot clock. Payne inbound, baseline right, far side. They get it underneath to Anunoby, who dunks it down.
He's done that twice today, where he just passed and cut and got behind his defender for an easy two.
Walter drives, floats it up, no good. But the foul will be on Cameron Payne. A strong drive.
Told you, the young fellow
Jacoby Walter
got some nasty to him. And twice he's seen Cameron Payne in front of him, and he's just eased him off, right? This time attacking that right baseline, bumps him off, picks up the foul. But he's feeling that contact all the way to the basket, inviting it and saying, all right, let me give you a little nudge.
First free throw good by Jacoby Walter. Raptors cut the lead, 48-39. Walter's second free throw good. Jacoby off the bench with a very tidy 11 points. High score in the game with R.J. Barrett. Number 11, Brunson has it for New York, front court. Knicks in the blue, moving right to left. Brunson step back three, far side, no good. Rebound saved, New York went after it. Anunoby in the lane to Achua for the jam. They just kept pursuing the ball and the Raptors didn't.
That's it, right? Davion does a good job and gets a switch with Abaji. Abaji forced a tough shot on Brunson. And you mentioned it, right? Not a big rebounding team by the numbers in New York, but the available ones. And that's one of the ones, the offensive board, they come up with and get themselves to.
50-40 New York. Olynyk in the lane, turns, floats it up, no good. Rebound to Kelly, back up and in. 5:35. That's what's left, first half. Josh Hart comes away, limping, as New York brings the ball front court. Brunson over the timeline with a right-hand dribble. Now gets it far side, right wing. They drive it into the lane. Anunoby, three good in the corner. OG knocks it down, having a big night against his former team. He's got 10. Only New York player in double figures. Mitchell up top. Olynyk shot fake, drive on Precious all the way to the hoop, puts it up, no good. But Abaji follows and lays it in. 53-44, Raptors down 9. Biggest lead of the game for New York was 11. 4:50 first half. Achua drives into the lane. Kelly knocks it away. Loose ball. Toronto has it. Here they come. Mitchell to Abaji. Into the corner. Walter three. Bang in the bottom of the well.
That's a good transition, right? Ball's pushed. You get it to the middle. And both guys on the wing flatten out and stay wide. Jacoby Walter knocks down that three in that right corner.
Raptors cut it to 6. 4:35 to go. First half, hanging around. Let's take a break. 53-47 New York, 4.5 until recess. You're listening to Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050 Toronto.
Whatever the weather, CMC Markets is here to help. Planning for a rainy day? Enjoy $0 commission on U.S. and Canadian share CFDs. Riding out the storm? Get ahead of the curve with lightning-fast execution speeds. Blue skies ahead? Go with the trusted broker backed by over 30 years experience. Switch to CMC Markets and join over 275,000 global traders. Learn more at cmcmarkets.ca. FX spreads apply. CFDs involve a high degree of risk. Member Canadian Investor Protection Fund. Umbrella not included.
The 2025 Honda Civic Hybrid is here, and it may sound too good to be true. With a 2-liter 4-cylinder backed by 2 electric motors, giving a combined 200 horsepower, it's our most powerful and fuel-efficient Civic ever. Plus, with an estimated range of over 800 kilometers and available features like a Bose premium sound system, your crew will love it too. Huh, maybe it should be called the Civic 2.0. Redefine your drive with the 2025 Civic Hybrid. Visit your Ontario Honda dealer and test drive yours today.
Get groceries delivered across the GTA from Real Canadian Superstore with PC Express. Shop online for super prices and super savings. Try it today and get up to $75 in PC Optimum points. Visit superstore.ca to get started.
TSN Plus is taking game day to a whole new level with NFL Red Zone.
Absolutely incredible!
Subscribe now for every touchdown from every game, every Sunday afternoon. NFL Red Zone, available on TSN Plus.
Making your lousy commute fun. Overdrive with Hayes Noodles and the O-Dog every weekday, 4 to 7 p.m. on TSN 1050.
.435 until halftime. Raptors trailing the Knicks 53-47, Paul Jones, Javon Shepard, Josh Lippa here courtside. Cameron Moore up in the booth looking after Jim Taddy, Warren Ward, and Josh Lewenberg, who you'll hear from at halftime. Back at headquarters, Raptors Central, producer Owen Hall and Matthew Cardadero. Raptors, although shooting only 41.5%, Javon, and that number hasn't come down much for New York. They're still shooting 61%, but Toronto hanging tight.
Still sizzling.
New York ball, far side. Mikal Bridges to inbound. Gets it to Achua, now to Brunson. Works to the middle. Against Abaji, right at the nail. Gets it to McBride. Raises up near side, no good. Rebound. Pirtle saves it to Abaji. Here comes Toronto. Long up-court lob to Scotty on a long post-up on McBride. Lays it in. Raptors have cut it to 4.
Scotty getting ahead of the defense in the transition, and then just puts McBride on his backside. Abaji, the length of the court, great pass.
Bridges misses the 3, rebound to Pirtle. Here come the Raptors. Barrett, stutter dribble into the lane, floats it up and in. RJ with an acrobatic finish. He's got 13, the Raptors cut it to 2. 53-51 New York, 3:40 to go first half. Achua to Brunson, far side, right wing, left hand to the middle, into the lane, kicks to the corner, Anunoby 3, no good, rebound RJ, on the run with Grady, it's 2-on-4, but he finds Abaji who lays it in.
That's a big time push by RJ, right in, he sees out of his peripheral, sees Abaji trailing the play, slows up with the dribble, allows him to get ahead and drops it off with enough touch, enough timing to just lead Abaji into the layup.
It's a 9-0 run for the Raptors. We're tied at 53. Achua in the lane, kicks it to Bridges. 3-ball, far side, no good. Pirtle with the rebound again.
It's good tag.
Outlet Barnes. Raptors looking for the lead. Abaji for 3, no good. Rebound Brunson.
Just left it a little short, but a good look and good flow in the game right now. Good shot in transition.
2:50 first half. Game tied at 53. New York ball front court, right to left. Brunson in the lane, has the pass knocked away. Back comes Barrett. Misdirection step. RJ lays it in. He's got 15 and the Raptors lead. 55-53. Timeout Tom Thibodeau. The Raptors on a run.
Can you tell, Jones, that somebody's playing against their former team?
It's always personal,
It's always personal. RJ's a man on a mission right now. And I'm surprised that Brunson didn't, for a left-handed player, didn't try and jump that left hand of RJ. But a good job pushing it, attacking the right side. And like you said, a Euro step over to the left. There's nothing you can do.
2:28 to go first half. Toronto catching fire. They were down 53-44. It's an 11-0 run. As Toronto doing a really nice job. They've made their last few shots. New York's missed, and what do you know?
And here's one for you, Jonesy. That number, that field goal percentage for New York,
it's coming down.
It's coming down. We're at 54% now. Right, but the last minute for the Raptors has been just some really good basketball. You've seen them in transition. Right, Abaji making the pass to Scotty. Scotty doing a good job running the floor, keeping the defense behind him. RJ in attack mode, he got to that left hand. And 2 more plays where RJ in transition just makes really good reads, holding the basketball, slowing up in the transition to let Abaji get ahead. And then that beautiful Euro step against his former teammate Brunson, that right to left. And of course he's going to go left, but nobody can stop him.
So at the timeout earlier in the quarter,
it's a 13-0 run for the last 2 minutes and 50 seconds for the Raptors.
At 7:45, the Raptors trail 44-35. Since then, you talked about the run. It's a total of 20-9, and that 13-0 run has got them the lead. Barrett with the rebound off the miss. He runs it front court.
Good job by Abaji, forcing Brunson to that right hand.
Abaji 3 in the corner, no good. Rebound, they say stay here. as Pirtle had inside position. I'm telling you, man, Yak is really working on that glass, boy.
Well, he's under there, and a lot of times he's going up for the rebounds. There's 2 or 3 guys on his back. But what happens here is when Yak knows that his guys are getting good shots, right? You can see in transition where the shot's going to come from. It gives him a better opportunity to place himself for the rebound.
Raptors inbound. Pirtle in the lane, has it stripped. Here comes New York. Brunson on the run. Floats it up, no good. Rebound, Josh Hart. In the lane to Bridges. Fall away jumper is good. We're tied at 55. 1:50 to go, first half. Double nickels on the board, 55 each. Barnes, standing waist-high dribble, far side, left wing. Now to Pirtle. Above the arc, near side, right wing. Turns, lobs it to Barrett, who lays it up and in.
That's nice.
Great chemistry. Barrett kept curling. OG got caught, and Pirtle over the top for the bucket.
That's a good call by Scotty, right? The first look was to Grady, didn't get nothing. You get your continuation, and that's RJ getting to that left hand off the screen.
Anunoby 3 out top, no good. Rebound Barrett. RJ runs it, front court. Cross court to Grady. Great look at a 3, doesn't get it. Rebound taken down by Anunoby. And here comes New York, and then Brunson is fouled by Barrett. 106 first half. 106 first half, 57-55. Toronto with the lead. Here comes Brunson, front court. On the bounce against Abaji. Gets it to Towns. Drives on Pirtle into the lane, off balance, floater, no good. Not sure how much contact there was, but with Cat kind of leaning that way, they were going to call it. And there you go.
Cat just does what he wants, right? Again, he's such a threat putting the basketball on the floor, and I like that he's not just settling at the three-point line. New York called their wide action, which ends in a stack setup where you'd have a screener with the guard. And Cat just took the basketball, he just broke the play and went downhill to the basket on the left side.
Is that a challenge? We got I didn't see the green light on. I was looking for the Josh Lippa green light special. When I see Josh looking over there and he puts his finger on it so that we can hear the refs. Well, we're getting a look at it from the replay center. I didn't think there was much contact there.
Not much at all.
But as I said, there's no way in front of 19,008 they're going to overturn that. No way. They'll find a way to justify it. I said it in the last game against Dallas. There's just no way they're going to. Tony Brothers and Gedimitis Petritis underneath the hood.
So after review, there is a foul on Porter on the drive to the basket, but there's also a flagrant foul, penalty 1 on Towns for the kick after the foul. Therefore, Towns will shoot 2 free throws, and then Porter will shoot 2 free throws, and Toronto will gain possession at the free throw line extended.
Tony Brothers with the explanation. You see, that's what happens when the review, camera don't lie. Camera don't lie. So Towns will be called for the flagrant on the kick. A very civil conversation going on between he and Tony Brothers just to our left. Cat not really upset. I mean, it's kind of like, well, he's not going to change his mind, so it doesn't do me any good to get all bent out of shape. Let me make these free throws. 57-55 Toronto. Karl Anthony Towns on the line. First free throw good. He does have 3 personal fouls, so to go along with his 9 points, Achua will check in and probably replace him after his free throws. Second one is good. You could see Cat talking to Thibodeau, say, why am I coming out? Tibbs looked at him, he says, I got 3 fouls. He said, yeah. And now Karl Towns getting his lawyer hat on, trying to negotiate the last 55 seconds. Pirtle free throw good. Yak with 3.6 rebounds, but man, he has been grinding in there. Second free throw good. (59-57). Raptors by 2, and they'll inbound far side, right wing. Raptors inbounds. Barnes drive, kick out, Grady, great look at a 3, no good. Pirtle can't squeeze the rebound, and Anunoby does. Don't know if Grady will have a better look tonight. Bridges, corner 3 in the air, good at line, drive it down. 60-59, New York by 1. 25 seconds, first quarter. Pirtle holding, gets it to Grady. Into the corner, Abaji on Bridges. Up top to Barrett, shot clock at 8, game clock at 17. Barrett drives left, cross court, Barnes, shot fake, drives, gets to the basket, floats it up, no good, but he's fouled by Achua. Great patience there by the Raptors, and I like Scotty taking it into the teeth of the defense.
Yeah, I want to see more of that, because when he does that, good things happen, right?
I'm saying that was going to be a dunk if it wasn't Precious.
If it wasn't, there's one of 2 things happen. You get to the free throw line, or you're going to come up with 2 and get up, go set up your defense. But I want to see more of that. 5 of Scotty's shots tonight have been from the 3-point line, right? He's 2 for 7 from the floor, 1 for 5 from 3. But I think if you're playing against a smaller team, you find some ways to punish him. And I know the modern day game is not to get guys the ball on the block and you work there, but similar here, right? You catch the ball on the perimeter, your shot fake, you're getting into the lane, and there's not many that are going to be able to stop stop a Scotty when he's moving full force.
First free throw ties the game at 60.
Take it out, Cat.
Second one puts Toronto up 61-60, 10.5 seconds to go, first half. Half-court outlet to Josh Hart on the run against Pirtle. To a cutting Brunson in the lane. Davion Mitchell knocks it away. Knicks want the foul call, and they say no. It's off New York, so with 4.2 to go, Achua in for Towns. Grady and RJ back in for Davion and Mobo. Offense, defense, Davion clenching his fists in front of him as he comes to the bench saying, I did my job, we got the stop. So are they going to review it? Is that the green light special? Yeah, the green light's on. New York saying, wait a minute, we think that's our ball.
Out of bounds to Toronto, the play has been challenged by New York.
So does Toronto still have a challenge left? Or they used it, it was unsuccessful, but they still ended up with the flagrant on Cat. So neither team has a challenge left if this is unsuccessful. Tony Brothers under the hood. 31 years for Tony Brothers as an NBA official. Talking with Gedimidas Petritis, Simone Jelks, the other official. Simone, a graduate of school out west. She's a California kid. Here's Tony Brothers with the announcement as he's getting it straight with the scorer's table before going public with it. Here we go.
After review, there's a foul by Mitchell for grabbing the arm of Brunson as he's crossing prior to the ball going out of bounds. Therefore, it's approximate foul. Brunson will go to the line to shoot 2 shots.
Well, there's the new rule. If the ball goes out of bounds and there's a challenge, so Thibodeau's saying the reason why the ball went out of bounds is because of a foul. So he challenged to say it's our ball, and they say, no, it's not your ball, but there was a foul that will give you shots. I like that rule, though.
That's a good job by Tibbs.
Because back in the day, it used to be there's no foul. Or, you know, you bump a guy out of bounds, and you go, he's out of bounds, and the ref says, man, you bumped him. Shut up. I didn't call the foul. We're giving him the ball, even though it went off him. Get your butt back on defense and be happy I didn't give you a foul. Brunson misses the free throw, though. Second one. Dips and fires. It's long. Rebound Barrett. 5 seconds to go. Time for Toronto. Quick hit ahead. Grady in the corner. Off balance. No good. Hart with the challenge. So at recess time, it's the Raptors with a nose in front. 61-60. You'll hear from Jim Taddy, Warren Ward, and Josh Lewenberg. It's halftime at Scotiabank Arena. 61-60 Toronto. You're listening to Tangerine Raptors basketball across the TSN radio network.
From the biggest stadiums to the coziest holes in the wall. From house parties to porch hangs to pride celebrations. From your favorite fuzz shop to your local Indian spot. From noodle bars to sports bars to salsa bars. There's a Molson with your name on it. Canadian.
Program as soon as we can. The broadcast scheduled to air at this.
To celebrate 40 years of It Was a Rainy Day in Pizzaville, Pizzaville is making it rain prizes. $40,000 to be exact. Spend $26 or more to receive a scratch and win card for a chance to win pizzas, ponzos, headphones, TVs, and more. Order online at pizzaville.ca.
10,000 years before the birth of Paul Atreides, we founded a sisterhood.
Crave presents the next groundbreaking original series from HBO, Dune Prophecy. Stream now, only on Crave. Subscribe at crave.ca.
Lately, times have been challenging, with many people facing increased interest rates, inflation, and rising credit card debt. Everyone needs a little help from time to time, but it can be hard to ask for help when it comes to your personal finances. But you're not alone. Millions of Canadians share that feeling with you. 500,000 Canadians have found help with their debt, and so can you, with Consolidated Credit Counseling Services of Canada. They are one of the largest nonprofit credit counseling organizations in the country, with an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. They could help you consolidate your bills into one affordable payment, minimize your interest rates, and get you out of debt fast. No matter how much you owe, you don't need to do this alone. To get help, call 1-800-318-1940. That's 1-800-318-1940. Let Consolidated Credit get you back to a debt-free life. Call 1-800-318-1940. Call toll-free today for a free consultation. 1-800-318-1940. Ontario license number 4705786.
StruckTube is excited to announce the opening of its new store located at Stockyards Village. StruckTube is the destination to discover trendy furniture styles at exceptional prices. StruckTube, low prices, amazing styles.
Tangerine Raptors basketball is on TSN 1050. The Raptors live here.
RJ back, says, hey, take that one back.
Right back at you. All right, let's play some ball, Jonesy.
Down the bottom of the well for RJ, 8-3.
Raptors lead at 61-60 at the half. Welcome to Raptors at the half. Tangerine Raptors basketball. Jim Taddy, Warren Ward, and Josh Lewenberg with you. And Josh, I mean, that was a great closing to the half as the Raptors really poured it on and escaped with a 1-point lead.
Yeah, I mean, something we've seen now in consecutive games where the Raptors take a punch in the mouth from one of the league's hottest teams. A couple of nights ago, of course, it was Dallas. Tonight, New York. But both times they've punched back. The other night was in the second half. At least encouraging here that they've done it earlier in the second quarter, because one of the things that Darko Rajakovic talked about Saturday night was he wasn't happy with the effort in the first half. And look, the first quarter, I thought the Raptors defensively struggled. Offensively, they had a really tough time finishing around the rim, and against this high-octane Knicks offense, the number one offense in the NBA, you've got to be able to hit easy shots and get those easy points where and when they come. But I thought the Raptors did a much better job of that in the second quarter. Of course, led by one of the best finishers in the NBA, RJ Barrett, and you know that he had this game circled on his calendar against his former team. 17 points on 9 shots in 18 minutes. Doesn't get much more efficient than that. And hey, he led that charge during what was a 19-7 run to close the first half.
Warren, you talked about rebounds and turnovers, and they matched them at 23 rebounds apiece. Did not turn the ball over in the second quarter.
And their transition offense has been good. They've got 14 points already in that category as well. So they clean those areas up, and look at the result of that. You score 61 points after missing some easy, chippy ones in the first quarter. You're still a point ahead. So if anything, they're literally winning. So what did we say before the game? They got to win each quarter. They lost the first, but they won the second. So we're 1 for 1 in that category. Let's see what they can do in the third and fourth. But most importantly, I think the Raptors have taken care of the areas that they're in control of. Not turning the basketball over. You do have, things happen, but you do have control over that area, and they did that. The rebounding is obviously going to be a concern with the size of New York, and just the fact that I think early on in the second quarter, New York was getting into the paint just too easily, and they were able to get decent shots out of that. And then once the Raptors kind of turned that around, their offense really took a toll and started to produce. And as a result, they went on that crazy run to end the second quarter, and they're up 1 because of it.
Josh, you were talking about RJ Barrett leading the way with 17 points. Right behind him, Jacoby Walter with 14. That's impressive.
Really, really impressive for all the reasons that we've talked about in the past, that this guy is young. Unlike the rest of the Raptors rookies, because we've talked a lot about the rookies, but Jonathan Mobo, Jamal Shed, Jamison Battle, all older rookies, 23, 24 years old, who spent 4 years in college. Not the case of Jacoby Walter, who's young. He's 20, not as much time in school, and then, of course, missed his first NBA training camp, has spent large parts of this early season on the bench, watching, injured, unable to play, but it hasn't taken him long to really fit in. And I stress the word fit here because he really looks like a natural fit on this roster with the way that they play. I've said this before, is like Jacoby's got a nose for the ball, and one of the reasons why he's a pretty good rebounder for his size and always good at like hustle plays, chasing after loose balls, but he's also got a nose for the bucket, man. Like, he knows how to score. His three-point shooting has been a little bit inconsistent to start the year, but he just finds a way. Like, he's been really good in the mid-range over the last few games, has really excelled here tonight at getting to the basket, getting to the free throw line. 4 attempts, has knocked down all of them. 14 points off the bench, and as a team, the Raptors' 21 bench points has been pretty crucial here because Scotty Barnes has been solid, but a little bit of a quiet start for him. Grady Dick, only 5 points after the big night the other night, so it's helped to be able to get some offensive output from the second unit.
Warren, I'd like your take on Towns. They had to pull him out with 3 fouls late in the half, and Achua finished up. Are the Raptors getting under his skin?
I think so. I think they're doing a good job, within the interior. 10 points. He still has 8 rebounds, but he's only played 16 minutes. I think Towns is a guy that you have to be physical with him. I think I don't want to say like a fake tough guy, but I think he's more bark than bite. Let's put it that way. And I think the Raptors have definitely done enough to deter him and kind of, I don't want to say keep him quiet, but I think they did the same thing to Brunson. I think being physical with Brunson took him out of the game as well, and the Knicks have yet to respond. I think the last 7 minutes, Toronto dominated both of those guys, and I think even Achua, he got in there and was effective, but I think OG's the one who probably had his way in the first half out of everybody, and they've done a pretty good job in everybody else.
Josh, Kelly Olynyk, 8 minutes, 4 points. Obviously nice to have him back.
For sure, and I think he's been a connector for this second unit. One of the youngest second units in the league. You got a few rookies coming off the bench. Even Davion Mitchell is a guy who's been in the league for 3 years, 26 years old. Like, Kelly is the bench dad, as we talked about before the game. He's the guy that can really move the ball with that group, get guys good shots, and I think he's been a steadying presence for them as well. I mentioned how good the bench has been here. So, yeah, I mean, we need to see more of that in the second half from both units, first and second. I want to see a fearless Raptors team in the way that we saw at the end of the second quarter here. This is a Knicks team that, yeah, they are great offensively. They lead the league in offense, but defensively, not as great. They are vulnerable. Outside of OG Anunoby, who, of course, as we know, is an elite defender, they can be beat. They've got some size in Towns, but they don't have, like, that typical shot blocker in the paint. So I thought the Raptors were a little bit nervous, a little bit shaky early on. I think they were 3 for their first 13 in the restricted area. But I think you've got to keep going at this Knicks team, and you've got to be able to keep up with what they can do offensively.
Josh, thanks very much. Appreciate it. The Raptors First Half Stat is brought to you by your Ontario Subaru dealers. Get more value out of every kilometer in a Subaru, starting with the award-winning safety at your local Subaru dealer. Some stats here from the bench. Raptors outscoring the Knicks 21-18. Fast break, Raptors 14-5. In the paint, 28-24 for the Knicks. Rebound, second chance points, 5 for 8 for the Knicks, and for the Raptors, 8 for 10. Turnovers, 5 Knicks turnovers, 8 points going back to the Raptors. And the Raptors turned the ball over 3 times, all in the first quarter, for 5 points. And that gives you a 61-60 lead. So, Warren, take us to the start of the second half. What has to happen here?
You got to win the quarter.
We're not going to leave that one.
We'll start with that. No, yeah. I think continue to rebound the basketball. Most importantly, I think for this group, I don't want to say don't turn the basketball over. That's an obvious one, but literally don't turn the basketball over. You give yourself a better chance of winning. And I also think the Raptors have done well in transition. You know, if they can get out and continue to run and force the Knicks to play a faster tempo game, because the Knicks want to play in the half court. They're a great scoring team. The Knicks are, as you can tell, that, you know, as Josh said, they do lead the NBA in that category. But as we saw in the last 4 minutes of this game, when the game started to go like this, and Toronto had easier opportunities and quicker looks at the rim, and you speed the game up that way, and you force New York to kind of match your tempo instead of playing at their pace, because at their pace they're better than Toronto. But I think when Toronto mixes it up and continues to defend and move the basketball, good things will happen.
Did we just see the best quarter in the Raptors season?
One of them, I would say so. One of them. I would agree with you. One of them for sure.
Because they just went at the Knicks
in the last 7 minutes of the quarter for sure. The first 4 minutes, maybe not. That's why I'm going to say one of them. But the last 7 minutes, if they play like that throughout, good things will happen. But I mean, Jacoby Walter was a spark. Kelly Olynyk is back, and he is a connector. He's also someone who can put the ball on the floor and shoot the basketball. But I think Walter's craftiness for a guy his age to, you know, get in the paint, to stop and up fake, and then step through and score a layup. Not many guys have that type of poise at that age. So making those type of decisions usually leads to good things, and that's the difference between a veteran and a young player is that decision making.
Raptors up by 1. Second half is next. Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050.
Alpine News Network is here live with one of our superheroes.
People sometimes ask, sure, you can consolidate people's debts using telekinesis, but what else can you do? As if changing lives isn't enough. Well, I can also use my power to make it rain hot dogs. It's still not as cool as consolidating debts into one easy payment, though.
Own your home? Need a loan? Alpine Credits can help.
Alpine Credits, where homeowners get approved. Fiscal license 12616.
At Tangerine, we're fans of fans who are invested in the game. Like Mary, who stands 5 inches away from her 55-inch flat-screen TV and yells at it even though she knows no one on the TV can hear a word she's saying. Is it effective? There's no evidence. Do we support her? Yeah. Screaming at the TV for all 4 quarters. That's how Mary fans. And we're fans of Mary. This is how we fan. Tangerine, the official bank of the Toronto Raptors.
Boston Pizza lives for the big moments, whether the season is just starting or coming to an epic end. From nerve-wracking 9th innings to OT winners, playoff buzzer beaters to Hail Mary miracles, BP is the best place to watch the game if you can't be at the game. Great food, ice-cold Sub-Zero Coors Light, and friends. And the best part, season seats are free. Grab your crew and cheer on the good guys at Canada's favorite sports bar, Boston Pizza. Gather round. Must be legal drinking age. Please drink responsibly.
Right now, get $25 off our $100 gift card when you give the gift of Crave and start streaming exclusive HBO originals like Dune, Prophecy.
We've never seen a host like this.
The hit sequel, Beetlejuice.
The juice is loose.
Plus, Crave is the only place to stream all seasons of The Big Bang Theory.
Bazinga.
Get $25 off our $100 gift card. Offer ends December 20th. Terms apply. Learn more at crave.ca/gift. Crave. Endlessly entertaining.
TSN 1050. Listen anywhere. Stream your favorite shows on your smart speaker. Simply tell your smart speaker to listen to TSN 1050. Everywhere you want it.
Third quarter about to start. Raptors 61, Knicks 60. Javon, explain something to me. A lot of the numbers are close. Both teams have made 22 field goals. Raptors one more three-pointer, 9-8. Both teams have made 8 free throws. Points off turnovers, 8-5. How are the Raptors only shooting 42%? New York shooting 51%. Rebounding is even. But they're in this game, Toronto. It's not, I mean, you look at it, 51%, 42%. The scoreboard doesn't necessarily match.
No, not at all, right? And the biggest lead that New York has had has been 11 points, right? Raptors shot 12 for 29 in that second quarter, and New York shot 10 for 24.
So New York has the ball to start the half. In the blue, they move left to right. Brunson gets it to Towns. 3-ball over Pirtle. Short rebound, Abaji. Back come the Raptors in the white, moving right to left toward the Bay Street end of Scotiabank Arena. Grady in the lane, kick out to Scotty, swing to RJ on OG. Gets a screen from Scotty. Now they get it to Pirtle. Raptors lose the ball, and it's tied up on the far side. We're going to have a jump ball.
Tough way to start. You know, your first possession out of the half. And they're doing a good job of moving the basketball, but I thought the ball just moved around the perimeter. Didn't really test the defense. Didn't really, attack or get a foot inside the 3-point line or touch the paint. The ball just swinging around the horn.
So it's a jump ball between Grady and Mikal Bridges. 2.2 should the Raptors maintain possession on the shot clock. Ball knocked away. Brunson on the run out with it. Drives on Abaji, floats it up and in.
That's tough, right? He does a good job, like a pit bull, getting in front of Abaji, and as he's attacking the basket, just bumping him off with that off shoulder.
So the Raptors see the lead, go back to New York. 62-61 New York. Third quarter just underway. RJ 3, no good. Long rebound, Bridges. Outlet to Brunson on the run. Lays it up and in. Used his body against Scotty. And back-to-back fast break layups for Brunson. RJ in the lane, floats it up, no good. Put back up and in by Jakob Poeltl. Raptors cut the lead to 1. 64-63 New York. Bridges up top to Anunoby. Bridges, Anunoby, Hart, Brunson, and Towns in the blue. Hart up top. Down low to Towns, and he's tied up by RJ, and they got the foul on Barrett. Barrett leading all scorers in the game with 17 against his former team. It's a 64-63 New York lead. Brunson up top. On the bounce. Gets it to Towns. He drives, kicks it into the corner through the hands of Anunoby. Out of bounds to Toronto.
Pirtle doing a good job on the running start of Towns, but initially he starts with the Baji's defense on Brunson, right? Force him to the right and then getting in front of him so that they don't have an advantage.
Scotty in the lane. Couple of pump fakes and banks home a 7-footer.
That's what
near side left wing. 65-64 Toronto.
That's what you want from Scotty in this game, right? Had that rim run to end the first half, late in the first half, and right there getting into the paint using his size.
Anunoby in the lane, floats it up, blocked by Pirtle, off OG, out of bounds. Toronto basketball. Jakob Pirtle standing tall for the Raptors. Abaji up top on the drive into the lane, loses the handle. Actually, it's knocked out of bounds by Towns, so it'll stay with Toronto.
And Abaji's got to trust himself handling that basketball, right? He comes out of that right corner off the stagger and gets the screen going right back to that right hand. If he attacks with conviction, right, he has himself a layup.
And he misses a layup, misses a tip. Ball knocked away, Towns has it.
Didn't realize how open he was.
Can't rush it. Bridges has it knocked away, goes out of bounds. We'll tell you that the second half and the start, the tip-off of the second half, powered by your Ontario Honda dealers. Get home court advantage on every drive with a new Civic Hybrid, proudly made here in Ontario. Visit your Ontario Honda dealers today. 9:08 third quarter, 65-64 Toronto, until that driving layup and an and-one opportunity for OG Anunoby.
He's so strong, but what happens there is RJ's a little late, trailing the screen off of that stagger. Hart sending the first one and Towns sending the second one. And now you have OG turning the corner, getting to that left hand down the paint, and RJ's late picks up the foul. And that's giving RJ a little taste of his own medicine, because Raptors run a lot of actions where RJ's shooting out of that right corner, getting to his left hand.
Anunoby. Free throw, no good. Rebound, Raptors hustle it up, and Scotty Barnes drops a three in the bottom of the well, far side, right wing.
Those are
Raptors
threes.
Up 68-66.
Those are the threes that you have to take, right? Scotty's naked, wide open at that three-point line, and New York almost daring him. A little confusion on who's supposed to get out there. Got to take it.
Bridges kick out. Hart three up top, no good. Long rebound, Scotty. Raptors on the run. Kick ahead to RJ. Near side, backs in on Brunson. Kicks out top. Scotty three again. Got it again.
Good basketball. Great
down
basketball.
The bottom of the well for Barnes. Raptors up 71-66.
Heady play by RJ. Didn't make it a one-on-one matchup between he and his former teammate. Kicks it out of that double team. And Scotty knocked down one right before and just steps into that three.
So the Raptors come out and grab the lead. Bridges now with a driving layup, cuts it to 71-68 Toronto. 8:09 to go, third quarter. Abaji kicks it out. Barrett three, no good. Rebound Pirtle. Jakob in the lane to Barrett, lays it up, no good. Tips it up, no good. Oh, the Raptors have missed a ton of layups tonight, and they're going to call RJ on the foul, trying to get the ball back. Oh, those chippies, Javon. The easy ones.
Got to finish your breakfast.
Here comes New York, front court. Left to right in the blue, trailing 71-68. Brunson up top. Cross court to Hart, far corner, left side to Towns. Drives on Pirtle, cuts him off. Good hands by Pirtle, they kick it out. Bridges underneath, knocked away. Here come the Raptors in transition. RJ drive, lay it up, and in. 19 for RJ. 73-68 Toronto.
That is a tough finish because OG was draped all over his right side shoulder. And RJ just found some way to get it up there with enough English off the glass.
Bridges into the corner. Anunoby catch and shoot three, no good. Rebound Grady. Outlet. Here comes Barnes. Scotty steps into a three. No good in transition. Rebound Towns.
That's a tough one, right? The other four shirts are all above the three-point line. Nobody in the paint to give you a chance at rebounding basketball.
Cat with a running start. Oh, and Toronto makes the block, and they're going to call the foul. Scotty Barnes and Pirtle both there, and then Scotty rolled over. I don't know if he came down on somebody's foot, but Towns is holding his right knee. Barnes is holding his right ankle. They're both sitting on the ground. Scotty seems to be in some obvious distress. Towns now has gingerly and cautiously gotten to his feet. We get a look at the replay. Not sure what happened with Scotty, and the Raptors could ill afford an injury. Let's take a timeout. 6:47 third quarter, 73-68 Raptors. You're listening to Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050 Toronto.
From the biggest stadiums to the coziest holes in the wall. From house parties to porch hangs to pride celebrations. From your favorite fuss shop to your local Indian spot. From noodle bars to sports bars to salsa bars. There's a Molson with your name on it. Canadian Ultra XL. Molson. Everyone in. Must be legal drinking age.
Touchdown.
Great catch.
Give me a high five.
5 minutes later.
Interception.
Awesome play.
Give me a high five.
2 hours later.
Eddie, did you order 20 high five specials from 2-for-1 Pizza?
You kept asking for high fives.
I meant, never mind. I'm hungry.
High five. Buy any large traditional pizza and get up to 3 medium one-topping pizzas for just $5 each.
2-for-1 Pizza. 2-for-1. Your game has never looked better. Metro Golf Sportsplex is the first in North America to offer the new TrackMan Virtual Golf 3 Simulator. The evolution of TrackMan's industry-leading graphics engine, Virtual Golf 3 has replicated the world's most iconic courses to a T. More than unbelievable graphics, Virtual Golf 3 has 3D audio technology for a fully immersive experience. Play TrackMan's new Virtual Golf 3 at Metro Golf Sportsplex. On Milner, just a short drive and 9-iron from McCowan and the 401.
First Up with Korolnik and Koliakovo. Weekday morning 6 till 10 on TSN 1050.
You ain't first, you're last.
6:47 to go, third quarter. And we'll tell you that third quarter action is delivered by 2-for-1 Pizza. Give yourself a high five by any large traditional pizza and get up to 3 medium one-topping pizzas for $5 each. 2for1pizza.com. We did not see the replay, but our producer Owen Hall reading lips saying that Scotty came down, and I think he turned the ankle. He came down on Karl Anthony Towns' right ankle and turned it. And Towns, flexing his right knee, will go to the line for 2. Scotty was helped to the sideline, then looked like a triple jumper on that left leg, hopping back to the locker room. Towns free throw good. 11 points, 11 rebounds, the double-double for Karl Anthony Towns. Has 10 rebounds now in 12 straight games. His 20th double-double of the season, second in the NBA. Free throws good by Cat. 73-70. Toronto with the lead, but the air out of the balloon with Barnes hurt. Barrett drives in the lane, lays it up and in. 21 for RJ. Raptors lead 75-70. Brunson, front court to Towns. Now to Hart, near side, right wing to Brunson on the logo at center. Works right, near side, leans in. Underneath to Hart, lay it up and in.
Good job by Brunson there, right? Rejects the screen, gets to the right hand. RJ's right on that right side of the rim, just gets caught ball watching.
Pirtle, front court for Toronto. 75-72. Mitchell, up top to Mobo. Now to Pirtle at the elbow. Give and go, cut to Mobo for the jam.
That's good basketball. High post, entry. Mobo right off of that pass, making a cut to the basket. Great delivery by Pirtle. And Mobo getting ahead of the ball, getting ahead of the defense.
Great spacing there. New York comes back, does the same thing. Towns on the give and go. He comes up with a hitch in his step. 77-74 Toronto. Mobo. Now to Barrett. RJ drive, kick out. Mobo in the lane. Off balance, lefty shot, no good. Rebound knocked out of bounds. It'll go to New York. 5:24 third quarter. 77-74. New York trailing as they bring it front court. Brunson. Pull up three, rattles it down. We're tied at 77, and Darko wants a timeout.
And Abaji there trying to get under both screens. Just took a little bit too much time. And Brunson just understanding, okay, I'm reading the first one, I'm reading the second one. He's not going to be able to recover in time and knocks down the three.
Let's take a break. 77 apiece, 5:10 to go. Third quarter, you're listening to Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050 Toronto.
The 2025 Honda Civic Hybrid is here, and it may sound too good to be true. With a 2-liter 4-cylinder backed by 2 electric motors, giving a combined 200 horsepower, it's our most powerful and fuel-efficient Civic ever. Plus, with an estimated range of over 800 kilometers and available features like a Bose premium sound system, your crew will love it too. Huh, maybe it should be called the Civic 2.0. Redefine your drive with the 2025 Civic Hybrid. Visit your Ontario Honda dealer and test drive yours today.
Alpine News Network is here live with one of our superheroes.
Joe and Lucy needed a new roof and reached out to Alpine Credits. I flew over to help them with a home renovation loan. I suggested they transform their house into a giant robot head, beams that shoot from the eyes. Pew, pew! Instead, they just went with shingles. But it's pretty glorious.
Own your home? Need a loan? Alpine Credits can help.
Alpine Credits, where homeowners get approved.
Just for license 12616.
For 40 years, listeners have pondered why Pizzaville begins every ad with these now immortal words.
It was a rainy day in Pizzaville when I realized...
Questions like these have perplexed mankind for millennia. What is the meaning of life? What is the true nature of the universe? Will Toronto ever win the cup? Next up, is Netflix going behind the scenes of It Was a Rainy Day? Pizzaville. 40 years of funny.
TSN 1050. Listen anywhere. Stream us on iHeartRadio, the TSN app, or on Apple CarPlay. TSN 1050. Everywhere you want it.
Paul Jones, Javon Shepard, Josh Lippa courtside. 5:10 to go, third quarter. 77 apiece. Up top, Jim Taddy, Warren Ward. You heard from them at half. You'll hear from them after the game, as well as Josh Lewinberg. Cameron Moore up there looking after them. Back at Raptor Central, Matthew Cardadero and producer Owen Hall. We do not yet have a report on Scotty Barnes. Karl Anthony Towns still walking cautiously.
Well, that's what him and Davion Mitchell were talking about just a while ago, because Davion asked him if he's okay, and Karl said, yeah, he stepped on his foot. Davion reassuring him, I didn't mean to do it. Karl said he thought it was the floor.
Front court, Toronto ball in the white, moving right to left toward the Bay Street end of Scotiabank Arena. Mobo, far side, on the bounce, shot clock at 8. Gets a screen from Pirtle, works into the lane, Floats it up, no good. Pirtle with the putback up and in.
He's been around her. He's been cleaning up the glass. Every shot that goes up, Raptors sending one to the board, and he's in there tussling.
Well, the penetration forces the big man to come and help. Jakob so smart. Brunson, kick out. Anunoby for three in the lead, no good. Rebound, Walter. Here comes Barrett. Near side, left wing. Drive, cross court. Mitchell is called for the walk. Tony Brothers got him on the call. Turn it over, give it to New York. Only the sixth turnover of the night for Toronto. See what happens when you don't turn it over, even though you're only shooting 43%.
Keeps you in the game.
You've only made 40% of your threes. You don't give up extra possessions. As a matter of fact, the Raptors...
15 more than...
Yep, and here's another one as they get the steal. Barrett on the drive into the lane, lays it up, no good. Another missed layup for Toronto. Hart drives, floats it up, no good. Oh, and they got the foul called on Mobo. Darko, incredulous, looking like the statue of touchdown Jesus at Notre Dame Stadium with his arms at a 45-degree angle out from his shoulders, palms to the heavens, saying, what is going on here? I don't blame him. I thought you could have called the same thing at the other end.
Exact same call.
Ball don't lie. Hart misses the free throw.
Exact same call on RJ's penetration, the last play.
(79-77). Raptors with the lead. 4:02 to go, third quarter. Josh Hart on the line. Free throw is good. 1 point Raptor lead in the white. Here they come. Right to left toward Bay Street. Mitchell, right hand dribble, waist high on the left side near wing. Gets it to Olynyk, top of the lane. Kelly drives. Gets it to Mitchell, gives him a screen. Mitchell into the corner. Olynyk, three, bang in the bottom of the well.
That's a good call.
KO with the punch out for three. 81-78 Toronto. Hart in the lane. Gets it to Anunoby, now to Hart underneath. Olynyk there, forces the miss. Here comes Barrett on the run. Kick ahead to Mitchell. Into the corner, Davion. Gets it to RJ, mid-post, near side, left wing. Backs down on Josh Hart. Gets into the lane, floats it up, no good, but he's fouled. RJ leading with the arms like James Harden, and he's going to get the free throws.
Such a smart play by Davion, right? Davion gets an off-balance catch in transition, right? He can't do anything with it. Gets the ball into that mid-post to RJ, and right away he knows that RJ has the mismatch on Hart. He clears out, gives him space to work, right? There's no play call there, but just good recognition, and then RJ taking care of the rest, right? You have the matchup, you know, you're dribbling, second dribble, and now you're reading defense, collapsing a bit to try and just deter him from getting into the paint, and he does a good job of getting under the arms of Hart to pick up the foul.
.318 to go, third quarter. RJ on the line, dips, fires a second free throw, no good. 4 point Raptor lead, 82-78. They are 9 of 10 from the stripe tonight. Barrett with the first miss on that trip. Brunson up top on the bounce against Barrett. Kicks it into the corner. Anunoby open three, no good. Rebound Mitchell. Comes out of the pack, kick ahead to Barrett. RJ with a Mobo screen. Spins into the lane, knocked away. McBride to Achua on the run, lays it up, no good. Rebound knocked away by Olynyk. Mobo has it. 2:40, third quarter. Raptors up 82-78. Olynyk, his kick-out pass intercepted by Anunoby. Drives on Mitchell, lays it up and in.
Just a little bit too casual with the pass for Kelly. Didn't really see the defense behind him, and OG comes in there doing what he does best.
82-80 Toronto. Walter drive, get to the basket, lays it in. Jacoby with a career high 16 points off the bench.
Good job turning the corner, protecting himself, using the inside hand to finish. on the left side of the floor.
84-80 Toronto. Brunson in the lane, kicks to the near corner. Bridges three is good. He looks at Bruce Brown with his celebration, the three fingers and the head shake, and then tips the cap as he looks at Bruce's cowboy hat. He said, how you like that one, cowboy?
Even Bruce had to laugh at that one.
84-83. Raptors by a point, minute 45, third quarter. Up top, Walter drives. Mid-range, no good. Rebound knocked away. Achua has it. Outlet Brunson, New York looking for the lead on this trip. Brunson over to the near side to Bridges, down low. Kicks it out top. Shot clock at 10. Here comes Brunson. Drives left, far side. Pull up, three in the air, no good. Standing rebound, Olynyk. Quick hit ahead to Jacoby Walter on the lob. R.J. Barrett with a big-time jam on the business end of the alley-oop. 86-83 Toronto. Timeout, Tom Thibodeau. He says, let me get my fire hose out. Something's burning here. I'll throw some water on it.
And you can see RJ has that look in his eyes. He wants to eat. He wants to kill everything in front of him right now. Quickly on the sideline, hyping him up, and you can understand why. Now, how about the pass by Jacoby Walter? You mentioned him scoring the baskets tonight, but also that pass in transition. And you know what? A good job by the Raptors. The recognition. They have it, the advantage. 5-on-4 run. Brunson had fallen down. I'm not sure what happened behind the play, but he was a little ticked off with Teddy Brothers here. Tony Brothers, excuse me.
Well, they're looking at something. I'm not quite sure what. Phil Summers getting the report from Vice President of Player Performance, Alex McKechnie. Scotty has a right ankle sprain, will not return. That's all they're telling us. We don't know the severity of it. We're not quite sure what they're looking at. (86-83). Toronto up 3. Apparently a fan and the interaction with one of the players, Jalen Brunson, is what's being looked at. And I guess it was not, well, Tony Brothers going over there now, not egregious enough to warrant an ejection. So with 1:03 to go, third quarter, the Raptors will see New York inbound near center. They get it to Cameron Payne. Guarded by Jacoby Walter. Kick to Bridges into the corner. Anunoby, Mitchell knocks it away. And OG was on the sideline when he touched the ball. Turn it over, give it to Toronto. As Davion in there doing his thing defensively. Mitchell takes it into the front court for Toronto. On the bounce against McBride. Up top to Grady. Shot clock at 5. To Olynyk. Backdoor cut. Grady has it blocked into the corner, and Mobo could not get the shot off. So they're going to reset the clock to 25.9. And it will be New York ball. Here comes Cameron Payne. Shot clock, game clock, about 6 seconds apart. Payne on the dribble, far side, into the lane, kicks it out to McBride. No, he took a walk. Yep, you could see it.
Davion confused him. Davion confused him because he gapped him.
McBride said he never moved, but he dragged that pivot foot.
He got flustered because Davion forced him right, then he switched, swiveled his hips, forced him left. McBride really didn't know what to do.
8 seconds to go in the quarter. Here comes Mitchell. Gets it to Olynyk. Kelly on the drive into the lane. Has it blocked. Gets it back. Can't get it up, and that's the way the quarter ends. 86-83 Toronto. They led by 1 at half. They won that quarter by 2. It's a 3-point lead for the Raptors as we turn for the last lap of the track.
Good job by the Raptors. The best defensive quarter in this game. Held New York to 23 points, Jonesy. Going into that last lap, the intensity has to stay at this point.
Fourth quarter when we come back. Last lap to go. 86-83 Raptors. You're listening to Tangerine Raptors basketball across the TSN radio network.
What the flock?
Excuse me?
What the flock? These wings are amazing.
What the flock? I mean, what are you talking about?
What the flock wings? Try one.
These are delicious. I bet the kids will love them.
Yeah, but maybe we should call them WTF wings in front of the kids?
Seriously?
Oh, yep. Now I'm hearing it.
Get the What the Flock family combo. 20 wings, garlic bread, large potato wedges, 4 cans of pop, served with celery, carrots, and 2 dips for just $46.99. Order now on Uber Eats or skip the dishes. Or visit WTFlockWings.com.
At Tangerine, we're fans of fans who are invested in the game. Like Gary, who lies with reckless abandon every time he's invited out on game night, so he doesn't have to miss game night. Sorry, it's mating season for my pet squid. My e-scooter is out of gas. I ate a beanless burrito. My shoulder blade feels dull. I'm traveling to the 16th century. That's how Gary fans, and we're fans of Gary. This is how we fan. Tangerine, the official bank of the Toronto Raptors.
Ah, at last, the Subaru winter is here. It's the perfect weather for the beach. Feel the sun's rays on the small amount of skin peeking out of your ski mask. Put on your beach puffer and hear the sound of the waves crashing over the chatter of your teeth. Get out there in winter like it's summer with standard symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive and advanced safety systems. Your holiday bonus awaits. Visit your local Subaru dealer for details.
Overdrive, Toronto's favorite way to drive home. Weekdays 4 to 7 on TSN 1050.
Last lap. Ring the bell. 1 to go. Toronto 86. New York 83. And we'll tell you that this last lap, the fourth quarter, is brought to you and powered by CMC Markets. Take your trading to the next level with $0 commission on stocks. Olynyk, Mitchell, Walter, Mobo, and Grady Dick on the floor for the white-shirted Raptors, moving right to left toward the Bay Street end of Scotiabank Arena. Mitchell, kick out. Olynyk fires a 3, no good. Rebound Towns. Long outlet McBride on the run, lays it up and in.
McBride with the contest on Kelly Olynyk. Might have got him on the elbow, but the run out leads to that easy basket. Not much balance on the floor for the Raptors.
86-85. Olynyk to Mobo, turns the corner. Kicks it to Walter. Back to Mobo. Down low to Olynyk. On Towns. Shot clock at 5. To a curling Grady Dick who lays it in.
That's tough.
Great ball movement, and Kelly with his head up and eyes peeled.
Those two, you're going to see much more connection between those two because Grady does a good job off-ball cutting. Kelly's very patient with the basketball.
Cameron Payne, 3 near side. No good. Rebound Mobo. Outlet Davion Mitchell, 88-85 Toronto. We go inside 11 minutes, fourth quarter. Olynyk up top to Walter. Jacoby, 3 in the air. Back rim, no good. Rebound Olynyk. Kelly kicks it out. Mitchell up top. Back to Kelly. And he took a walk. Turn it over and give it to New York. "30-second official timeout." Not sure again. Somebody's bleeding. It's Kelly Olynyk. He's got blood coming from his right elbow. Rayhan Malik, head athletic trainer, out there with the gloves on. He's a cut man right now, trying to patch Kelly up. Raptors leading it 88-85. In case you're just joining us, Scotty Barnes in the locker room with a sprained right ankle and will not return. It's been a great ball game. The only one on the docket tonight in the NBA. 88-85. Toronto leads by 3. 10:36 to go. See if the Raptors can hang on. The Knicks will return home for a cup game on Wednesday night. New York ball, front court, moving left to right. Bridges to Payne. Steps into a long three, no good. Rebound McBride. Out top, gets it to Bridges. He fires a three, it's good. Again to his teammate, former teammate Bruce Brown.
I'll tell you, between Kel and Cameron Payne, it's two of the ugliest shots in the league. I'm sorry to say it.
Game tied at 88. Mobo drives baseline, has it knocked out of bounds by Achua. It'll stay Toronto ball. Yeah, but they're saying they don't ask how many. They just ask how, just how many. Isn't that the old line, Javon? That's Warren's line. Hey, man, don't ask how, just how many. Raptor ball, front court. Olynyk, step back, jumper, short. Rebound, Anunoby. New York looking for the lead on this trip. McBride. On Mitchell. Davion right on him. They get it into the lane to Towns. On Olynyk. Kelly knocks it away. Shot clock at 10. Kelly trying to play D. And they got a blocking foul on Olynyk. Man, Kelly was moving the feet.
And you know what frustrates me and should frustrate Kelly here as well, is that he has Towns on the perimeter, and Towns goes right to left with his crossover, and he's already off balance, searching for the contact.
Yes.
And it tips over, falls over.
That
right
would
at
be...
no point did Kelly bring him down.
Yes.
Moved his feet, took the bump, created a gap, and Carl was already on his way to the floor, just off balance in that crossover.
That would be what I would deem an unusual launch angle.
Ruling on the foot, this is foul on Toronto and Blaze with challenge by Toronto.
He came sideways. Cat was that left-hand dribble, pushed off that left foot, and was, as you said, Javon, rightfully so, seeking the contact. But it's just a matter of, are they going to have the guts to overturn it in front of a crowd of 18,284 tonight.
After review, there's contact with the foot, therefore it's a defensive foul. The challenge is unsuccessful. Toronto loses the timeout. Towns will be on the line for 2 free throws.
See, Cat, in seeking the contact, stepped on Kelly's foot. And when they go to the monitor, Javon, I'm going to say this. They're not necessarily reviewing the play. They're looking for a reason to uphold their call. I'm sorry, that's the way I feel. Warren, look, Warren, give me a high signal. Is it Warren's giving me the 3-point? I believe it. I don't think they're going to.
Man, everybody upstairs.
Yeah, Cameron Moore, they're all waving. It looks like a Taylor Swift concert up there, the way they're dancing around. But I just don't think they're reviewing the play. They've come over with looking, saying, okay, how do we make this stand up as a foul so we don't look foolish in front of 19,000 people? I'm sorry, that's just me. I'm sorry, that's just me. So, with the timeout running down, we will keep it here. We should have taken a break, but we knew this was going to be a quick review, one way or the other, so here they are. So our producer Owen Hall is going to have to juggle back there like Javon showing up without his homework. Got to make it up on the fly when you're asked what happens next. I'm sure we'll get a break in here somewhere.
See, I'm getting another look on the monitor, and Carl steps on Kelly's foot.
Yeah, and that's what they're calling the foot contact.
Again, this is after Carl has already started to fall towards the floor and bumped Kelly off balance. Interesting call.
Well, first free throw was no good. Neither is the second one. Somewhere Rasheed Wallace is in a big old high chair, a big old lazy boy chair saying, ball don't lie. He sat up for that one. 88 apiece. Raptors front court. Pirtle to Abaji, turns the corner into the lane, lays it up, no good. Rebound Bridges. Outlet to McBride. Front court to Towns. Deep three from Cat, no good. Rebound Mobo. Here comes Toronto, front court. Mobo drives, finds Pirtle, floats it up and in.
Such a good job relocating by Pirtle on Mobo's penetration. By the time the ball touches his hands, he's already up into his floater.
90-88. Raptors with the lead, 8:40 to go. Towns drives in the lane, lays it up and in. That's a tough move by Karl Anthony Towns. Mitchell, front court for Toronto. Raptors into white, moving right to left toward Bay Street. Mitchell gets it to Pirtle. Back to Mitchell, near side, left wing. Drives left, gets into the lane, cross court. Mobo for three, no good. Rebound, Cameron Payne. Up the far side, left wing. Into the middle, all the way to the basket, lays it up and in. (92-90) New York, 8 minutes to go, fourth quarter. Mitchell to Walter, Jacoby, three, good! Down the bottom of the well. And he says, I got a straw for an extra drink, Javon Shepherd.
Hey!
Jacoby Walter punches down a three, and he says, refill that glass a little bit. I got more to drink from. 93-92 as the rookie steps to the line for a chance at a 4-point play. 7:55 to go, fourth quarter. Walter dips, fires, and misses the free throw. Still a career high for Jacoby with 19. McBride near side to Bridges, three in the air, good. 95-93 New York. Back comes Toronto. Pirtle, drive, get it to Barrett. He drives all the way, reverse layup, up and in.
Good tack. Reject that screen there, gets to the right hand. Carl doesn't step up as the last line of defense, and R just makes a nice finish.
Anunoby, three, near side, no good. Rebound, Pirtle. Outlet, Barrett. Front court, RJ on the run. Into the corner. Walter has it taken away by second team all defensive player OG Anunoby. Bridges, deep jumper, no good. Rebound. Pirtle tracks it down and saves it to Barrett. RJ front court on the run. Drops it for Mobo into the corner. Mobo drive, lay it up and in. What a tough move by Jonathan Mobo.
That is an extremely tough finish. And not only does he finish it through the contact, but he finishes it with his left hand to scoop around the defense.
Timeout, Tom Thibodeau. 6:35 to go. We approach the top of the stretch. Toronto 97, New York 95. Let's take a break. You're listening to Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050 Toronto.
Breaking story from Alpine News Network. Firefighter Finn McHose, that's a nickname, right? Needed help contending with a blaze of debt. He called Alpine Credits and a superhero was sent his way. Summoning water, she extinguished the fire and consolidated his debt into one low monthly payment. His floors may be wet, but his debt is under control. Own your home? Need a loan? Alpine Credits can help.
Alpine Credits, where homeowners get approved. Just for license 12616.
The Subaru winter has arrived. The crisp air and negative temperatures mean one thing: camping. Emerge from your icy tent and bask in 4 to 6 hours of sunlight. Enjoy the unmistakable smell of campfire through the glacial wind pummeling your face. Relax by the water, taking in the soothing sounds of thick ice cracking and popping. Get out there in winter like it's summer with standard symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive and advanced safety systems. Your holiday bonus awaits. Visit your local Subaru dealer for details.
Buy gifts with MasterCard Click to Pay faster than your family can unwrap them. Get 4% CT money when you use your Triangle MasterCard on qualifying purchases at Canadian Tire, Sport Chek, and Marks. Conditions apply to collecting CT money. Visit triangle.com for details.
TSN Plus is taking game day to a whole new level with NFL Red Zone.
Absolutely incredible!
Subscribe now for every touchdown from every game, every Sunday afternoon. NFL Red Zone, available on TSN Plus.
There's no better way to drive home than with Hayes, Noodles, and the O-Dog. Overdrive, every weekday, 4 to 7 p.m. on TSN 1050.
Well, get 911 handy because we're going to have to call the fire department. The old barn here on Bay Street is ready to go up. 97-95, Toronto, 6:35 to go. What a ball game. And thank you for tuning in and joining us wherever you might be across the globe. The Raptors hanging tight without Scotty Barnes, as he is in the locker room with a right ankle sprain and will not return.
I'll tell you who's been out there, Jonesy. Scotty might be in the back, but RJ is loud, and he's out here. 26 points, 7 rebounds for him, 3 assists. And I'm telling you, the look in his eyes as he's playing in this game. 19 points for Jacoby Walter.
Brunson on the dribble into the lane. Kicks it to McBride. Reverse layup, no good. Rebound, Pirtle. Jakob runs it front court. RJ on the bounce. Into the lane. Picks it up. Gets it to Pirtle, knocked away. Here comes Hart on the drive. Kick it out. Bridges underneath to Hart. Shot fake. Mobo stands him up. Bridges to Hart. Raptors hold defensively. But the 3-ball goes down by Jason Hart. 98-97 New York, 5:40 to go. Barrett on the drive. Into the lane, floats it up, no good. Rebound, Mobo lays it up and in. .520 to go inside the top of the stretch. 99-98 Toronto. Brunson drives into the lane, kick out. Towns, 3 up top, good. Brunson collapses Pirtle with the drive. Pirtle helps, and Towns drops the 3, Javon.
He just gets so deep, right? He has a body matched up on him, just gets so deep under. Pirtle has to help. And like you said, Towns at the top of the key.
Pirtle floats it up, no good. It was halfway down, front rim, back rim. Took a look inside at the net and said no. 101-99 New York, 4:40 to go. Brunson up top on the dribble. Drives into the lane. Finds Josh Hart, lays it up, no good. Rebound, Mobo. New York misses a chippy. Mobo, front court to Grady. To Pirtle, back to Grady, and they got a kick ball. Mobo out, Mitchell in. 101-99 New York, 4:20 to go.
Getting a little additional defense here. Davion Mitchell checking back in the game.
Barrett in the lane, drive, lay it up and in. RJ ties the game at 101. 4:05 to go, clock running. Fourth quarter, money time. We are inside clutch time. Hart to Towns. Up top to Bridges. Drives into the lane. Floats it up. Short. Rebound Mitchell. Toronto looking for the lead on this trip. Abaji drives. And he's fouled on his way to the basket. Side out of bounds. Toronto basketball. See what the Raptors come away with. They will inbound far side, right wing. Abaji, Pirtle, Barrett, Mitchell, and Grady Dick on the floor for Toronto. RJ takes the ball up top, guarded by Anunoby. OG caught on the reach in. Team foul number 3 on New York. Raptors only have one team foul in this fourth quarter. Barrett drives. Cross court. Mitchell, 3, good, down the bottom of the well. Davion Mitchell splashes home the lead for Toronto, 104-101.
That's the right look. You know they're going to help off him a bit more. RJ gets into the paint, Pirtle's there, and they're going to give up that 3 to Mitchell, knowing that he's not necessarily a knockdown guy in the corner. Does a good job knocking down a big shot.
Cat up top, guarded by Mitchell. Gets it to Brunson. Deep 3, got it. And a foul called on Davion Mitchell. He is hot. Simone Jelk saying you got him on the elbow.
And I think she called a reaction there because...
But that's what's happening, Javon, in the league now. Guys are reacting.
He got his hand out of there before because he knew he was going to be in a tough spot.
I'm looking at the replay, Javon. Was there contact?
There was not. He got his hand out of there at the right time. It would have been on the elbow of Brunson.
So it's a 4-point play for New York, and they take the lead, 105-104. Down the stretch we come, 2:58 to go. Barrett drives. His pass deflected. Hart has it. Hustles it front court. He'll bring it out. New York with a 1-point lead and the ball. 2:40 to go, 105-104 Knicks. Brunson drives. Gets a switch on Grady. Pull up, jumper from Brunson. No good, rebound, Toronto. Mitchell has it. Outlet to Abaji on the run into the corner. Barrett for the lead, no good. Long rebound, here comes New York. Mitchell ties up Brunson, loose ball out of bounds, off Brunson, out of bounds to Toronto. Grady with quick hands.
What a heck of a job by Davion Mitchell in transition, right? You have Jalen Brunson coming at you full speed like a tank, and Davion just waits there, absorbs that contact, and quick hands, tips it out.
2:08 to go. Pirtle, far side to Mitchell. Davion on the bounce. Gets into the lane. Lays it up and in.
That's tough. That is tough, Josie. Big play on the defensive side of the floor to come down. And a heck of a play on the offensive side that doesn't touch that ball with the right hand, a left-handed scoop to the rack.
Here comes New York, down 1. Minutes 40 to go. The foundation rocking with chance of defense. Bridges 3 is good in the corner. 108-106. 2-point lead for the Knicks. Minute and a half to go. Grady up top to Pirtle. Down low to Barrett. RJ spins, throws it up, scored the foul!
Big boy. That's big boy basketball.
Oh no, they're going to call it on the ground.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no!
Wow.
They're going to call it on the ground, side out of bounds. Wow! 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 Toronto ball, side out of bounds, near side left wing. 108-106, New York. RJ up top, drives into the lane. Cross court to Mitchell. Now to Grady. 3 for the lead up top, no good. Rebound Towns. Minute 10 to go. 108-106, New York. Crowd chanting for D. Brunson up top. Works far side, now to Hart. Drives into the lane, pull-up jumper. No good. Rebound knocked away. Barrett has it. On the run, RJ drive, lay it up and in! We're tied at 108. RJ Barrett putting down the carpet and going wall to wall to tie the ball game at 108. What a play by Rowan Barrett Jr.
And RJ had 4 defenders on him. OG, Hart, Brunson, and McBride trailing. What a play. Yep. What a play. And he wouldn't be denied. In transition, everybody in that locker room, everybody on that Knicks bench knows RJ's game. And Jonesy, he wouldn't be stopped. He could not be stopped.
You know, my dad used to ask me when I was a kid, you know why bank robbers rob banks? I said, no, Dad, why? He said, because that's where the money is. I know there was 4 guys back there, but RJ said, you know what? That's where the basket is. That's where I'm going.
Got to get there.
42.1 to go. Buckle up your seatbelt. New York has the ball. Toronto has 2 timeouts remaining. New York has 1. If you're New York here, Javon, with a full 24, you can take it down inside 20 seconds or inside 25. Or do you want more possessions in this game?
I think you want more possessions. Right, you want more possessions right away. I know.
So you're looking for a quick hitter?
Going for a quick hitter. I'm not thinking you're going for a big shot, like a game-winning shot or a 3-point kill shot. But I expect to see Brunson on a high mid-ball screen. And you trust your defense, right? Get possessions, trust your defense.
Crowd chanting for D. Brunson gets it in. Double teamed up top. In the lane to Towns, lays it up and in. Timeout, Darko, there's the quick hitter.
Oh, so said, so done. And not only was it a quick hitter, but Brunson is the inbounder. And what do we get? Mid-ball screen at the top of the key. And Karl Towns under the basket. That's a good job as well where, Towns gets the inbound, and he fakes the screen to the corner and just slips to the basket while Brunson is coming to that left hand. So 2 things are happening here, right? You have Brunson getting to his left hand off that screen, off that handoff, and Karl Towns going down to that right corner, faking as if he's going to set that screen, slip into the basket. Right? Brunson's using that left hand and his strong hand to make that play through traffic. And now you have Towns roll into the basket over his left shoulder.
So let's see what Darko draws up. "36 seconds to go." Raptors trailing 110-108. They will inbound. Far side, right wing. They get it into Barrett, guarded by Anunoby. RJ takes on Towns, into the lane, puts it up, no good. Rebound knocked away, Bridges has it. The Raptors need the basketball. They need a trap. 3 seconds to go. Different shot clock, game clock. Anunoby out top. You gotta pressure. OG on the dribble to Towns. Deep three, good. 6.3 to go. And that could do it. (113-108).
That's a backbreaker from Towns, and probably the person that you don't want to get the basketball in that situation, right? He's having a career year from the three, shooting the basketball 45% from the three-point line, 14th in the NBA, right? They do a good job of getting them the basketball. And the Raptors want to trust their defense. They want to get, possession with about 4 seconds left on the clock. Call a timeout. But Jose, I may have fouled.
You know what,
I may have
Javon?
fouled early on.
And again, I'll say this.
But basketball's all philosophy.
It's philosophical.
We'll
it's always, for me, in that situation, I need 6-7 seconds. I need a shot and a chance at a tip-in or a chance at a rebound and a pitch back for another three. So I need 6 seconds. There was a 3-second difference. Now you're down 5 with 6 seconds. And again, I'm not saying Darko's wrong. It's all philosophical. I mean, if you get the steal and the turnover.
For sure. I think the big problem is you have a 45% three-point shooter wide open at a three-point line for a late-game shot.
Abaji going to inbound. Looking to get it to Walter, and Jacoby stepped on the sideline, and that's going to do it. The Raptors could not get the ball in. They steal it from Hart, but that's going to do it. The Knicks come to Toronto and win it 113-108 in a close, hard-fought game. It's a final from Scotiabank Arena. New York 113, Toronto 108.
Yeah, Jose, you know what? You got 48 minutes, or let's call it 46 minutes of basketball from the Raptors, and you can't take nothing away from them. Even when Scotty went down in the midway through the third quarter, right, they came out and they really fought. RJ had himself a heck of a game, right? Not just the fact that he had the 30 points, but it was the impact, the influence that he had, the charge, the power that he played with, 4 assists and 8 rebounds to go along with it, right? It's unfortunate he couldn't come up with the, he got clobbered on the play, the last time he attacked the basket, but to close out this game, because he had this look in his eyes that he wanted this game, right? And Emmanuel quickly, a former Knick with him, was on the sideline charging him up, and he wanted this game for his guy as well. But Jacoby Walter, he had himself a game, 19 points there. So when it came down the stretch, in that play that was probably a lot of people are probably going to talk about it tomorrow. Should the Raptors have fouled? Should they not have? Should they have won on the clock? Right? The Knicks just had something to go to, and they got Carl a big-time shot. He made a big-time play as a big-time player, and he's had himself a heck of a year at the three-point line. So good job by them closing it out, and OG played exceptional defense for them as well tonight. So, there's a good win for the Knicks, and can't take anything away from the Raptors. You're playing against the best offense in the league right now, and held them to 113 points. They've been scoring 120 over the last 12 I believe it is. So, definitely have to tip your hat.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Right in. Yeah, I see you. Yeah, you, the one that's hanging out with us listening to the Raptors game. Yeah, and you haven't hit that subscribe button yet. What the heck are you waiting for? Come on, hit that subscribe button so you can help us get that plaque. We're going after that 100,000 subscriber plaque, and only you can help us get there. So thank you for hitting that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you don't miss it when we go live for every single Toronto Raptors game of the season. If it's a Toronto sports team playing, we're live right here on TSI. Toronto FC games hopefully coming soon next season. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for hitting that subscribe button, and let's go Raptors.
At last, the Subaru winter is here. It's the perfect weather for the beach. Feel the
Detroit. Good night from the floor of Scotiabank Arena.
At last, the Subaru winter is here. It's the perfect weather for the beach. Feel
the Detroit Red Wings. Sabres on Sirius 208, XM 219, and Internet 922. Red Wings on Internet 929. 7:30 p.m. Montreal Canadiens face the Anaheim Ducks. Canadiens on Sirius 209, XM 220, and Internet 934. Ducks on Internet 920. In NCAA college men's basketball, 6:30 p.m. Indiana faces Minnesota. Indiana on Sirius 119, XM 195, and Internet 957. Minnesota on XM and Internet 372. 8 p.m. Baylor takes on Abilene Christian on Sirius XM and Internet channels 84. In NCAA college women's basketball, 6 p.m. Kentucky faces Queens on Sirius 106, XM 190, and Internet 960. I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your Sirius XM sports schedule for Monday, December the 9th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In the NFL, 8:15 p.m., Dallas Cowboys face the Cincinnati Bengals. Cowboys on Sirius 81, XM 226, and Internet 808. Bengals on Sirius 83, XM 225, and Internet 806. National feed on Sirius XM and Internet channels 88. Spanish feed on Sirius 162, XM 227, and Internet 832. In the EPL, 3 p.m., West Ham faces Wolverhampton on Sirius XM and Internet channels 157.
Follow every second of the action on NHL Network Radio. From behind the bench to every play on the ice. If it's hockey, it's on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio. Sirius XM 91.
I'm Mick Kern with It Happened in Baseball. October 17th, 1989. Game 3 of the World Series. It pitted the Bay Neighbors against each other for the first time. The San Francisco Giants, led by Kevin Mitchell and Will Clark, against the Oakland A's, led by the Bash brothers, Mark McGuire and Jose Canseco. It was the fourth time these two franchises met up in the Fall Classic, but the first time with both teams located on the West Coast. The first two games this time around were won convincingly by the A's. The Giants returned home to Candlestick Park, looking to get back into the series. The pitching matchup for the pivotal Game 3 pitted 12-11 Don Robinson